Good morning, everyone. How has been your morning? So, we were playing Ocarina of Time and we left it off at the Shadow Temple, the final temple that we have to complete. So, why don't we just go at it? What do you say? Shall we go to the Shadow Temple? Of course we're going to go to the Shadow Temple. That's why I'm here. To make shadowy temples go. I just need to open the game and we can go at it. So, come on. What am I doing here? I suppose you always start at the Temple of Time. Let's go to the Shadow Temple. Final temple, guys. Okay, obviously you need this. I haven't looked for... Where can you find the ice and light arrow? I mean, the light arrow is probably in the last dungeon, but the ice arrow on Ocarina of Time, how do you get those? From the Gerudo training grounds. Okay, so we might do that before going to the end of the game. Sounds good to me. I think we're going to need the lens of truth. So, this is the dungeon where mainly you use the lens of truth. The shadow will... The shadow will yield only to one with the eye of truth, handed down in Kakarika village. I suppose you want me to light this up? Make my beak face the skull of truth. The alternative is to descend into the deepest darkness. Why don't we go to this room first? There might be a small key here. One who gains the eye of truth will be able to see what is hidden in darkness. Shadow Temple, here is gathered Hyrule's bloody history of greed and hatred. What is hidden in the darkness, trick full of ill will. You can see the way forward. My dude! Can you stop spamming for every 10 seconds? Oh my god, this dude again? God damn it, the stupid hands, I swear. God damn it. There it is. A big chest. Is this going to be the map? Or is it going to be the boots? The hover boots! You got the hover boots. With these mysterious boots, you can hover above the ground. The downside? No traction. You can even use this to walk for short periods where there is no solid ground. Be brave and trust in the boots. Yeah, I know. We got the skull. Is there any other blocked path? Doesn't seem like it. Time to try the hover boots. Might as well just change my costume too. With the hover boots, maybe? Yeah, Oh, there was a place where you can hookshot that thing. I did not notice that. Aha, you thought. You really thought you were going to get me? Well, my bad. Yep, that got me. The small key, isn't it? Yes. I got a small key. This wall, it's saying something. It says, if you want to see a ferry to the other world, come here. Okay, so we have a block that we probably cannot move. Maybe we need to go from... yeah, we have to go from another room. So, in this room, do I have any closed doors? I did not see any closed room before. Oh, right, the other side. Oh god. I suppose this is the first time we're going to use the fire arrows. What? There we go. That has to be the map. Or the compass. In the last dungeons, we have found the compass much sooner than any other thing, you know, aside from the map. It's usually the other way around. Where do we need the key? I do not remember seeing a locked door. That's the thing. Only one who has sacred feet can cross the valley of the dead. Maybe there's another door I haven't seen. Well, definitely there's a chest there according to the compass. Yeah, I know. There's a chest here. Is this a small key too? That's the map. We got the map. Arrows, just in case, why not? Yeah, I know. No, this is where we fought that guy. No. We can go back now. The thing is, once you have the map, I mean, of course, you have to get the lens of truth. But once you have the map, there are many other possibilities you can do, you know? But the gate is already open, so maybe I don't need to do that puzzle again. Oh, what I haven't tried is killing this guy. And I just saw the map, there's some hidden something. The map says there's something in front of me. So, do I have to destroy this? Yes. Now there is the place I need the key for. Oh, that was cheeky. I suppose there are other Skulltillers. Yep. Skulltillers are the type of enemy that we have faced for the entirety of the game. In every single dungeon, there appears to be at least one. Watch for the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling. These guys again? Red rupees. No. Come on. My god, 2 hits. Very well. God damn it, nice shot. That was a nice shot. We got a gold Skulltiller. Small key. A rupee. I'm seeing another chest in the map. There we go. Arrows. Not that we need them, but they can always come in handy. I suppose we have to jump on that when it falls? Yeah. Oh. It's closed to the guy. Oh, I don't have a smoky. Ow. Huh. Oh yeah, I think I know what I have to do. Only one with the eye of truth will find the stone umbrella that protects against the rain of blades. Okay. Bundle of arrows. But there still is another one, right? Or this one? No, this was the one. Okay. So we have to take this stone. All the... No, Link, what are you doing? There we go. Okay. Small key. Rupee. And so my order was I did it in the wrong order. The solution was all the same. So. This must be the key. This must be the key. Oh my god, okay. I wasn't expecting the spikes. I suppose we can use them in our advantage. Oh, we don't. Ow, ow. Oh no. You destroyed a gold Skulltiller. You assholes. You thought you were getting away, don't you? Sorry. Yes. And that's a small key. Nice. Bum-ba-da. I think it was around here. Oh. Never mind that, I guess. So, in order to get up there, is there something I can... Oh, my... I see. I see. Sorry, my dude, but you won't be blowing this Link away. Really? He didn't want to scare me? Maybe he was friendly. Here! I can hear the spirits whispering in this room. Those who have sacred feet should let the wind guide them. Then they will be led to the hidden path. That's what they are saying. Give me arrows. For what reason, I do not know, but... There's another chest somewhere. I'm seeing it in the map. There we go. Ooh, okay. There we go, just need to turn around and keep pushing this to the end. I am hearing the old Skulltillers though. I still don't know where it is. Maybe I have to shoot at him from the boat. But I think the boat plays a cutscene, if I am not mistaken. Oh no, now I see you. All Skulltillers killed. We're going to the Temple of the Death. This boat goes a bit too much up and down. It doesn't seem doesn't seem stable. Let me use my boots. Anyone else? Yharlan, this ship is sinking. Abandon the ship. Okay, that was a fast sinking ship. I was sinking too fast for my taste. I suppose it's time to go into the door. I see. Ah! Oh no, they're going to get bigger. Why doesn't the hand let me? Can I not? I cannot charge power while I'm holding the lens of truth. What the hell? That's something I did not know. That's what I wanted to do. There we go. This is going to be a small key. Small key. Oh, they respawn. Of course they do. Makes complete sense. You just need to ignore them. Okay. We can do this. Wait. Ah, you thought you were clever hiding behind the statues, weren't you? All Skulltillers. You thought you were pretty clever. Ah, goddammit. I won't complain. Oh god. No. That went inside, didn't it? Nope. God damn it. Maybe I should use my own bombs. Because frankly... Lick. Please. But what was this? What was this for? Okay. That was weird. Now the only place that remains is this one, right? Oh no. It's wood, so maybe I can destroy it with the bomb? No. The jar gives me magic. Maybe I have to kill the No, even though it has holes, I cannot do anything about that. But yeah, but I don't have anything to do in any other rooms. Don't think so. So what happens if I just let this destroy me? I suppose we get a reset. Okay, this is a bit weird. There must be a way to go through that. Maybe the hammer? And there doesn't seem to be another entrance, though. Bomb juice? Don't think so, but might as well just try it. No, they explode. Maybe there's something in other rooms that I have not yet seen. So we have a small key. Is there a room we haven't yet visited? No. Not here. This is the door where we came from. Okay, that's a small key. That's what we need the small key for. Maybe I'll find something in that room and then I have to come back. I don't think so though, but... How am I supposed to go across though? With the hoverboards? Ooh. Nope. Unless the hook grabs to the bombs, I don't think. Nope. Oh, maybe. Yeah. I think I understand. Assignment understood. Hello, Sir Carnage. Welcome to the stream. How am I? Just doing fine. Doing the final temple in Ocarina of Time. How are you, man? How has your morning been? Come on, Link. How's everything on your side? My morning is exquisitely swell, thanks for asking. Ooh. That sounds really good. Oh my god, the chat. So, okay, I have to fix that chat thing. I wasn't considering longer names when I really did a tab, did I? Unlock this, and this for the chat. I'm going to have to go to properties. So I haven't gotten that much time to try the new overlay. So, you know, getting all the things in the boxes can be a bit. I think this should be fine. So now the chat box should not have any problem. Nice. Let me lock the source and close this window. Okay, perfect. So so good that your morning was really fine. Am I good? Okay. We still need to find the boss key, which is another room. But I do not understand how exactly I am supposed to get that, actually. Let's see. So what do you do, Carnage? Are you also a streamer? Just hanging out, seeing a bit of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Shadow Temple, my favorite temple. Only holders of the Sharingan can enter Eye of Truth. That's a good way of saying it. I see we have a Naruto fan. My favorite temple, I think it has to be. I would say the first thing that comes to mind is Colossus, but because you have to do, having to go back to being a child to get the gloves, and then traversing the temple, and I love the aesthetic of the Spirit Temple. As for the rest, well, I think the Kokiri Temple is a bit. It's a bit, difficult to traverse because things are in not random places, but sometimes they get a bit. You have to get off the path to find the different things. But I like that temple. But beyond that, the other temples are just straightforward. Yeah, I streamed. Recent game I play is Sniper Elite. Ooh. I haven't really had the chance to try any Sniper Elite series games, so. But I think I tried the demo once for the game that is based on the World War II. But that can be maybe Sniper Elite 2, I think. And it was pretty fun, but I actually never got myself around playing the series. Okay, so there must be a way to go around this room. I also stream Turok 3, Fall Guys, Sniper Elite, some other games. Oh, variety streamer then, just like me. It's been a while since I've seen Turok. I mean, I see them at GDQ and all that. But... Sorry, I need to collect my thoughts. I think the first and only game I played of Turok was on the GameCube. And I loved that game. But I wasn't so curious about the other ones. I just enjoyed my time with the Turok on the GameCube. Ninja Storm 4. That doesn't ring a bell for me. Oh, right, Naruto. Goddamn, yes. That's the subtitle for Naruto games, yeah. Ninja Storm 4, okay. Okay. What am I not seeing in this room? There must be a way to go past the spikes, but how? Nope. This wood looks like it can be burned. I haven't tried burning it. I did try to bomb it. Okay. Thank you for that. So, basically, if you don't have any kind of fire, like the fire spell, but actually you need the fire spell to enter this room, now that I think about it, yeah, to enter this temple. You need dense fire to activate all of the torches, so yeah, thank you. It's the only time that we have to use a spell in this game, I think. You got the boss key, now you can get inside the chamber where the boss lurks. And that's what we're going to do. We're gonna play Donkey Kong... Oh, fuck. Donkey Kong drums. So I don't get it wrong. Okay, it's the one on the right. I'm a bit low on health, but that's fine. I have enough fairies. Donkey Kong is another nostalgic game. Yes, it is. Indeed. Quite a good platformer, too. Maybe someday I'll give it a go. But, you know, Nintendo games are a bit hard to emulate. Especially on newer consoles. I do have the Switch, but I would need to buy a capture card, and those things are quite expensive, bro. Quite expensive. Nostalgia is true pain. Oh my god, no! Remember the fond memories. That is a good thing. Phantom Shadow Beast, Bongo Bongo. Come on, Bongo Bongo. In the jungle. Oh, Okay, I'll have to rethink my strategy. Ekumi? What? What hitbox was that? Oh, okay, Link. Oh, I'm fucking dumb. What is this dungeon about? It's about things you cannot see. So why don't I use the lenses? Now it all makes sense, doesn't it? Come on, Bunga Bunga. Bunga Bunga. There we go. No more bongo for you. Can you imagine Zelda bosses speaking like bongo bongo, like Pokemon? Bongo bongo bongo. What the fuck? Fun fact: GameCube is the only console ever made with a handle. Yes. Now that I think about it, yes. We got a hard container. Can you imagine that? That would be funny as hell. Bongo bongo bongo. Chamber of the Sages. Hello, Ember. The boy with the the boy with the noble Zelda's Ocarina. As I expected, you have come. I am Impa, one of the Sheikahs. I am Princess Zelda's caretaker, and I am also the sage who guards the Shadow Temple. We Sheikahs have served the royalty of Hyrule from generation to generations as attendant. I don't know how to read, definitely. However, on that day 7 years ago, Ganondorf suddenly attacked, and Hyrule Castle surrendered after a short time. Ganondorf's target was one of the keys to the Sacred Realm, the hidden treasure of the royal family, the Ocarina of Time. My duty bound me to take Zelda out of Ganondorf's reach. When last I saw you as we made our escape from the castle, you were just a lad. Now I see you have become a fine hero. There is nothing to worry about. The princess is safe now. Soon you'll meet Princess Zelda face to face, and she will explain everything. That is when we, the 6 wise ones, will seal up the evil king and return peace to Hyrule. I have to stay here. You go to Princess Zelda's side and protect her on my behalf. Now I put my power, which should be helpful to you, into this medallion. Shadow Medallion! Awaken! Take this purple coin, I don't need it anymore. You receive the Shadow Medallion. Impa awakens as a sage and adds her powers to yours. The meditation chakra. Please look out for the princess. Actually, can you make a rainbow with the colors?
Yarlan the hero. Finally, all of us, the 6 sages, have been awakened. The time for the final showdown with the King of Evil has come. Before that, though, you should meet the one who is waiting for you. The one who is waiting for you at the Temple of Time.
Oh! Okay, I got it. Ah yes, Impa, leader of the Seekers, master of ninjutsu, personal bodyguard of Princess Zelda. Actually, I love in Hyrule Warriors how she uses a two-handed sword like it's nothing. That is so badass to me. It was really fun playing as Impa in Hyrule Warriors. The 7 sage are actually 7 colors of the meditation chakra. Yes. Now that I think about it, yes. But we already have blue, red, and green, which are always thematic things in The Legend of Zelda. So, things that we can do before going into the castle. I don't think there's that many things to do after you get the hover boots. But I can speak to the guys, the Skulltillers boys, to see if we can get a new item. The curse has been broken! Thank you! Here's a reward for you! Really, dude? The curse has been broken! Thank you! Here is a reward for you! You got a giant's wallet. What a huge wallet! Now you can carry up to 500 rupees. This message is brought to you by London Meg. The London Meg is a delicious drink with nutritious healing properties produced by the London branch. Drink responsibly. God damn it. Now I have to read that with an advertisement voice. Hello, Day. Welcome to the stream. What is this new overlay change? I'm out a few days and whoa. Yeah. It's not that amazing of an overlay, but I'm happy with it. I think it serves a purpose. And definitely. I could always make changes to it. So right now, the bottom line, the one that I have over here, I have not yet decided what to do with this. Probably I'll fill it with something as I grow in streaming and all that. But it really depends on how we do it. Also, my headphones playing tricks on me, or am I hearing 2 Yarlans? Are you hearing me twice? I do hear that too. Okay, that should not be happening. Like, there's an echo. Huh. That should not be happening, though. I wonder what's going on. Do you guys do not hear it now? Is it fixed? But it gets stranger. It doesn't always happen. Yeah. Now it's not happening, right? I think it's because when I was, getting the overlay, I was also changing a few configs, especially the camera, so I have a background, which is the castle. I had to move to the other side. It's the Legend of Zelda castle. So I wanted to have backgrounds while I was streaming, so, different things. And I moved one of the configurations of the webcam that, the webcam has a mic for some reason. I don't know. So I was moving some of the configurations of that, and what happened was that I ticked a box to search for another audio device. So everything should be fine now. Thanks for letting me know that. So, might as well get the ice arrows, don't we? Missed half the game, but thankfully I played it before. This message is brought to you by hydration. Nothing more important than giving the body good old H2O. Drink responsibly. Actually, there's no need to drink responsibly with water, you know? Oh, the mouse. Sorry for that. You could get overhydrated though. Unless I start turning into a slime or amoeba, I think I should be fine. Turn into water lightly. The formless, like water, like water. If you put water in a bottle, it becomes water. If you put water in a teapot, it becomes water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Have you ever drank so much water with no washroom around? Drink responsibly. And don't hold your pee. Never hold your pee. Holding your pee is bad. Okay, we are in the Gerudo Fortress. Of course we have to, you know what's coming. You know what's coming, guys. Come on, opponent. You can go upstairs. You don't lie to me. Hey, newcomer. Hey, newcomer, you have a fine horse. I don't know where you stole it from, but... Okay, how about challenging this horseback archery? Once the horse starts galloping, shoot the targets with your arrows. Let's see how many points you can score. You get 20 arrows. If you can score 1,000 points, I will give you something good. Do you want to try for 20 rupees? Sure. Let me be a member. Okay, so opponent goes alone. Okay, I just need to focus on shooting. Okay, we got it. First try! Fantastic! You're a true master. I will give this to you. Keep improving yourself. You got a piece of heart. So far you collected 2 pieces. With 2 more pieces you will gain more life energy. The Zelda game I played was Breath of the Wild, and the graphic change is something. We are speaking Nintendo 64 here. Haven't played it yet, but I want to. My god. That's one thing I don't like about Nintendo games, is that they are so overpriced. You have Breath of the Wild, which is a game for... that is, I think, 2015? I think, 2015? 2016, maybe? And still, you have to pay like 80 euros or $80, depending on where you live. And $80 for what it is, the base game and the DLC. And it's like, dude, the game is a bit old. You might want to, you know, make a sale or something? I don't know. Nostalgic moments come at a price. After a lot of hard practice and training, we finally have the skill to hit the bullseye while riding like the wind. When you finally learn how to ride a horse, you should come back and try it. It's dangerous sport, but it's fun. I didn't play DLC though. Bought it when it first came, don't regret it. I mean, if you buy it when it comes out, I suppose it's worth the price. But after so many years, I would be hesitant to buy Breath of the Wild without a sale, you know? Hey newcomer, this is our horseback archery field. After a lot of practice to ride a horse, you should come back and try it. It's dangerous sports, but it's fun. Yes, but... Isn't supposed... Well, I thought the guide said the ice arrows were on this. Maybe I was wrong. Let me check that out again. Ice arrows, Ocarina of Time. Arrows from the Gerudo training ground, a maze-like area in the Gerudo fortress. No, this is not a maze, I can assure you. So it must be on one of the houses, I suppose. Really? Nope, Epona doesn't want to walk in there. From now on, you're free to come and go. When I was younger, I traded 2 games for Majora's Mask. Oh, 007 and Turok 3, and when I got a game and tried to play it, it said I needed an expansion pack, which I didn't have, and my friend at the time, well known, you needed one without telling me. Oh my... What an asshole. But wait, you needed an expansion pack for playing Majora's Mask? What? You need... you mean the Rumble pack that you put in the back of the Nintendo 64 controller? I waited 3 years before I got to play it. Oh my god, what a douchebag. I mean, we all been kids, but... But yeah, that was mean. What the hell, dude? Majora's Mask is also a really good game. I really enjoy that how they managed to make an interesting game with limited resources they had. You know, having to making the game longer by putting a cycle in it. Oh, so this is the Gerudo's training round. Membership card verified. One try for 10 rupees. You ever hear of fan theories and such? Yeah. About Majora's? Yeah. All right, I'll take you 10 rupees. Give it your best shot. Also, how to forget the creepypasta bend round. God damn it. That one is a classic. If you can overcome the trials in the chambers ahead, then and only then will you be qualified to hold our secret treasure. Bend round. What happened to Ben? Defeat all the enemies in a limited time. Okay. Rupees? No, small key. Gather the jewels of white while avoiding traps and danger. Oh my god, they have the hands. What the hell? Oh no, I wanted to get the rupee too. Damn, I have forgotten those animations. Link has an angry walk. Link looks like he's been through a bad time in life. Being sealed for 7 years, that's what happened. The claw chooses who will go and who will stay. That was a Toy Story reference. Without the necessary items, one will be confounded by impossible mysteries. One with silver hands shall move a giant block. He somehow managed to get in prison almost always. You mean Link? Or do you mean some other thing? In every game? I don't know if in Majora's Mask you get imprisoned now that I think about it. But yeah. You can get yourself in prison so many times in Zelda games. This is a fake door, I know. Yeah, probably the game wants me to kill that door. You ever wondered why Link is so good with swords? With the maybe he's in the Matrix and now he has learned all sword techniques. This message is brought to you by the Link's Lawn Service. 36 years of grass cutting experience, delivering you the best lawn service in Hyrule Call. Call the Ocarina song. Ah! That is one ugly face, if you ask me. Blind the eyes of the statue. Sure. Nope. I don't think that was the solution. Find the secret passage in this room. Arrows. Blind the eyes of the statue. God damn it, aiming sometimes gets a bit rough. There we go. Just needed a bit of trial and error. Got a small key. We did find the secret passage, didn't we? But why is this not turned off? Do we have to turn it off from another room? Maybe we have to turn it off from another room. Oh, no. Okay. Give me another key. Small key. Cross the sea of fire. probably we're going to need the hoverboards. I love the fact that this is intended as training grounds for the Gerudos. How they survive all this. How they survive all this. Fun fact, they don't. Collect the underwater gem. Especially this room. How can you move the blocks without the song? What the hell? Just putting the iron boots just in case. Oh, we have a current. Okay. Now the small key. Ding. So, I suppose there must be a way to go around that, because I cannot reach that. Fight! Defeat all the enemies in a limited time. Easy. You found a small key. Who would have guessed? We have 5 small keys. I don't know if we have them all. That's the exit. Let's check it out. I think we don't have all of them yet. If you desire to acquire our hidden treasure, you must strive to obtain the keys hidden in each chamber. Let's go to the right. I usually choose left, but maybe I have chosen poorly. I've chosen poorly. There must be some other keys, though. Indeed. But we still need much more keys. So let's see. Oh! Just in case. Bundle of arrows. And a rupee. Let's go for another round. So this was just a fight to kill as many enemies as possible. Maybe this is hidden room or something? Doesn't seem like it. We had to collect the rupees here. Maybe I have to wait for the hand to fall and destroy it. The hand was in a very specific spot, wasn't it? God damn it, Link. Right, for this one I have to use the hook shot. I don't know if I did go beyond this. No, I did not do this. So we have another. I see. I see. B. Large rupee. That was a bit odd. That was a bit odd. So we have 2 more keys. Maybe that's all of them? Wait, no, I did not go up here, I think. Trap? No, it's not a trap. Huh. That's interesting. How do I get there? I think I saw a hole. Yes, there's a hole there. A hole that maybe I can climb from the room below? Yeah, seems like it. Seems that's the case, so might as well go. To that room and search for something we can climb. So we have the stones, we did this. We have the flaming ground. We did this too. Right, the water. No. I think we might be done. We might be done. Yeah, I think I'm sure we can climb that. Red rupee. Just need to find a hole in this dungeon. The Zero Fox links gifts when opening a chest. It's heartbreaking. Yeah. Like, yeah, open, dude. The small chests are like that. But I think even as a kid, Link does that, if I am not mistaken. Okay, we need one more key, and I know where that key is. So just need to find the hole. So it's on the other side. It's at the start. No Link. There it is. We got the small key. And that should be the end of this dungeon. Welcome, Nixel. Welcome to the stream. I always wondered how Link would sound. What do you mean, like sound? As a voice? Well, he doesn't speak much in this game now, does he? Aside from, you know, and different sounds. Just like that. That's the point. I believe that's all games. Yeah, I know. That's the design of Link. You got the ice arrow. Set it to C and your arrows will be powered up. If you hit your target, it will freeze. This arrow magic is granted only to those who complete the difficult training of the Gerudos, so use it with pride. But can you do a Zelda? Me with my voice? That's what I've been having a blast with that while playing this and trying to read with a voice. You know, voice act all the characters. So you never realized how many female characters are in a game until you have to voice them all. And Zelda Ocarina of Time has a fuck ton of female characters. You get Saria, you get the Kokiri girls, you get Navi, you get Zelda, you get Malin, you get this Ruto. The Zoras are kinda have no gender. Zelda, Impa, Naburu. There's so many female characters in this game. Let me just... There we go. So it's no? I mean... I could try and do a voice like this, a bit more soft. But I don't think that is the correct voice for a woman, you know? Especially when they are children. So mostly I've just been doing some soft voices, or even so different. Depends on the female, because sometimes depends on the shape of the body. Some women might speak like, "Hey you," not like that, but like, "Hey you, what are you doing here?" So we have the ice arrows, and now we have a complete menu screen aside from one of the bottles. And the light arrows, which are mandatory for completing the game. I think we might be ready to go and finish the game, because I don't think we have that many side quests to do now. So we might be able to complete this game. Depends on how long we take on Ganondorf's lair. So Nixel, how has been your morning, man? Having a good morning? Are we all ready to finish The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time? So we need to go. Probably talk to Sheik. Morning, yeah, good morning. Maybe we are in a different time zone, but thanks for asking. Oh yeah, definitely we are. Right now it's 2 p.m. Yeah, where I live. I have been waiting for you, Yharlan. Yharlan, the hero of time, you have overcome many hardships and awakened 6 sages. And now you have a final challenge, a showdown with Ganondorf, the king of evil. Before that, I have things I want to tell only to you. Please listen. Another unknown legend of the Triforce passed down by the Shadow Folks, the Shikas. If you would seek the sacred triangle, listen well. The resting place of the sacred triangle, the sacred realm, is a mirror that reflects what is in the heart. The heart of one who enters it. If an evil heart, the realm will become full of evil. If pure, the realm will become a paradise. The Triforce, the sacred triangle, it is a balance that weights the 3 forces: power, wisdom, and courage. If the heart of the one who holds the sacred triangle has all 3 forces in balance, that one will gain the true force to govern all. But if that one's heart is not in balance, the Triforce will separate into 3 parts: power, wisdom, and courage. Only one part will remain for the one who touched the Triforce, the part representing the force that one most believes in. If that one seeks the true force, that one must acquire the 2 lost parts. Those 2 parts will be held within others chosen by destiny, who will bear the Triforce mark on their backs, on the back of their hands. 7 years ago, Ganondorf, the king of thieves, used the door you opened in the Temple of Time and entered the sacred realm. But when he laid his hand on the Triforce, the legend came true. The Triforce separated into 3 parts. Only the Triforce of power remained in Ganondorf's hand. The strength of the Triforce of power enabled him to become a mighty evil king. But his dark ambitions were not satisfied. To gain complete mastery of the world, Ganondorf started looking for those chosen by destiny to hold the 2 other Triforce parts. The one who holds the Triforce of courage is you, Yharlan. And the other who holds the Triforce of wisdom is the 7th sage, who is destined to be the leader of them all. Oh my God! It is I, the Princess of Hyrule, Zelda. I apologize for meeting you in disguise, but it was necessary to hide from the King of Evil. Please forgive me. On that day, 7 years ago, Ganondorf attacked Hyrule Castle. That's a change of getup. I saw you as I was escaping from the castle with my attendant, Impa. I thought I should trust the Ocarina to you. I thought that would be our best chance. As long as you had the Ocarina in your possession, I thought Ganondorf could never enter the sacred realm. But something I could never expect happened. After you opened the door of time, the Master Sword sealed you away in the sacred realm. Your spirit remained in the sacred realm, and then the Triforce fell into Ganondorf's hand, he went on to invade the sacred realm. Ganondorf had become the evil king, and the sacred realm became a world of evil. All of this is an unfortunate coincidence. I passed myself off as a seeker and hoped that you would return. I waited for 7 years. And now, you're back. The Dark Age ruled by Ganondorf, the evil king, will end. The 6 sages will open the sealed door and lure Ganondorf back into the sacred realm. I will then seal the door to the sacred realm from this world. Thus, Ganondorf, the evil king, will vanish from Hyrule. Yharlan, in order to do this, I need your courage again. Please protect me while I do my part. And here is a weapon that can penetrate evil king's defenses, the power given to the chosen ones. The sacred arrows, well, that's 3 exclamation, the sacred arrows of light! Zelda going Super Saiyan. You got the light arrow. Set it to C and your arrows will be powered up. The light of justice will smite evil. We're a paladin now. That rumbling, it can be.
Princess Zelda, you foolish traitor. I commend you for avoiding my pursuit for 7 long years. But you let your guard down. I knew you would appear if I let this kid wander around. My only mistake was to slightly underestimate the power of this kid. No, it was not the kid's power I misjudged. It was the power of the Triforce of Courage. But with the Triforce of Wisdom that Zelda has, when I obtain these 2 Triforces, then I will become the true ruler of the world! If you want to rescue Zelda, come to my castle.
I fucking love the laugh Ganondorf has. Who is my favorite character in this game? Actually, I would say Ganondorf has a good presence in this game. I was having a blast while making a voice for Ganondorf, even if it is just
Pure evil, doing stuff, I'm bad,
and all that. But I think Ganondorf was really one of the funniest characters for me to voice act in this game. As for another favorite character, I would say Impa. I love Impa as a character. But the hair is outside the crystal. What are you going to do about it? What are we going to do? What do we do? You can grab her by the pull the hair. Yharlan. That's Yharlan.
Yharlan, can you hear me? It's Roru the Sage. We 6 will gather our power to create a bridge to the castle where Ganondorfs dwell. The castle keep, which is known as Ganon's Tower, is protected by 6 evil barriers. Bring down the 6 barriers and save Princess Zelda.
Welcome to Rainbow Road. Ganon's castle. Yep, so many barriers, so might as well just start to removing them. Forest temple. Small key. Arrow. I mean, we have the fire arrow. We might as well just save as much magic as we can. Oh god. This is not going to be fun. No! God damn it. No! Okay, I need to remove the woods if I want to do that. Oh, God. No. Now we have to wait until the fan stops. Come on. Arrow of light. Zarya! The forest barrier is dispelled. Hurry up, Jarlan! Okay. Might as well go to the spirit barrier. Bump choose. Maybe a more straight bump choose. I'm removing my boots. You gotta bump you. Now. Now I get a bump you. We kinda need light, so... Okay. Fire arrow to the top. That was a lucky guess, though. The rest are fake, too. Or am I getting a chest out of some of them? No. Any arrow works? No, just a light arrow. Might as well give the light arrow to the ocarina. I don't know if we... maybe we're going to need it. I think I saw some blocks. The spirit barrier is dispelled. Hurry up, kid. Okay, this is a yeet moment, definitely. This is some yeet. Can you grab it? Why don't you grab it? Maybe it's for later, I suppose. Fire temple. I might need no hoverboards. Actually, if you use the hoverboards, it doesn't fall down. Impressive. Hookshot? How am I supposed to get there? I'm not arriving there. Not by a long shot. Oh, this is the yeet moment, isn't it? Link, why don't you... Heavy boots? I do have the gauntlet, so why it's not... I think you get an upgrade to the silver gloves, don't you? Maybe? How am I supposed to get all the way there? Okay, let's try it. Maybe I cannot do this yet. I'm going to try another temple. Good late morning! Hello Cheshire, welcome to the stream. Late morning indeed. But still, welcome. How have you been? I actually woke up super late today, so I woke up like half an hour before streaming. Yeah, indeed. Okay, I suppose this is something I have to use, the lens of truth. Because this is a shadow temple, isn't it? Use the fire arrow first. I mean, you did send something at 3 AM. Yes, I did. Oh, we have to run. Nope. It's summer break, my daughter's first ever, so we're living it up and also slipping in. Summer break, childhood nostalgia. Getting those summer breaks is being like, we don't have to go to class? We don't have to study? What kind of magic? Fuck you, like. Good thing that like cannot. Yeah, but oh god. He ate my tunic, though. Okay, that was something really bad. We can use the chest to go back. Exactly, I remember the feeling, so I'm trying to really make it special. Yeah. So, Cheshire, just so you know, because, yeah, we found the golden gauntlets. You can feel even more power coursing through your arms. Grab with A and use it like that. I think we're going to need the lens. So, I'm changing my schedule soon for the streams. I need a hammer. From next week onward, because I'm trying to find a job, so you know. From the next week onward, I'll be streaming mostly on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and it will not be from my. It will not be 12 to 3 GTM 0. It's going to be from 5 to 8 PM GTM 0. I hope it goes well. Yeah, me too. Well, there's going to be a lot of things to be moving around. That's for sure. But the change of schedule would provide me with a bit more time to work on the voice acting things, you know, like preparing demos and stuff like that. And that's going to help me a lot. The shadow barrier is dispelled. Please save the princess. So I'll be streaming a bit later, 5 hours later than I usually start streaming. But that will allow me to have the mornings available. So if I have to do some paperwork or stuff like that, I can dedicate the morning to that and not having to come back home running. So to start the stream at the hour. We have to leave the castle for a moment. Here we got it. You got the Goron tunic. This heat-resistant tunic is an adult size, so it won't fit a kid. Going to a hot place? No worry. We needed to buy that tunic. Also, I like the new setup for the stream. Thank you so much. I actually, you know, it's a bit basic because I am not a designer, but I wanted to give it a more, you know, the camera in one place, the notifications, it's above the chat. And I don't exactly know what to do with this thing over here. But I will try to fill it with some things as I go. I can change the image anytime, so it's okay. Also, I want to have like a background. Like, depending on the game we will be playing, I can change the background. Right now it's Hyrule Castle from Breath of the Wild. So we can make the background a bit more thematic to the game that we are currently playing, you know? That's why I decided to do it this way. You know, taking my chances with the green screen. So, fire. Let's do fire. Let me equip the tunic and the hoverboards. Also, I wanted to have the chat in a certain place in the stream, so you guys can see the messages and all that. Because in the previous setup, what would happen is that the messages would get deleted. Because if they were not deleted, they would just crawl in the screen, and that would make it a bit too crowded, maybe, I think. So I decided to make the chat its own box. So if we have any previous messages that you would like to read, there they are. Or someone coming new to the chat, they understand that there's some people speaking in the chat, and yeah, just in general, the mood. Yeet! Link! Why? At least the door is open. I don't give a damn. The door is open. The fire barrier is dispelled. Hurry up, brother! Stay hydrated, everyone. Water is a necessity. Shadow. I did shadow. I only need to do water, and I think I need to do light. Let's go with water. Just in case. Are you going to make me use bottles? You put a blue fire into a bottle. This is a cool flame you can use with the C buttons. You put a blue fire into a bottle. That was a cheeky trap. Recovery heart. I'm gonna grab it again just in case. Oh God. Link, what the hell are you doing? Wait, that was not the correct one, was it? Oh, cool, man. What's going on? I want to grab the fairy. Why is this not correct. Why exactly do we have to rush this? I don't understand. Water is down. Because speed levels are fun. No. The water barrier is dispelled. Hurry up! Claire does not appreciate that Link is blue now instead of green. I'm trying my best to explain it a little. I can change the costume though. The blue tunic allows us to breathe underwater. That's why we have different tunics. But I can go back to green. We don't need the other costumes now. At least I don't think so. The only costume we needed was the red one. Yeet! Oh my god, that rock hit Link. You don't lie to me. You don't have to, but that's super cute that you would. Yeah, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. Now Link, it's back to his ringing sound. Oh no. I suppose the rest of the chests are fake? I'm going to open them anyways. Maybe they are traps, but... thought as much. Bundle of arrows. Recovery heart. And a blue rupee. Okay. Playing. Huh. Huh? Wait, the rocks are just going through each other, or are they stopping? They're going through each other. Good. Light arrow. Wait. This can't be right. You were lying to me.
The light barrier is dispelled. Hurry!
Now all the barriers are down. We can get inside. Lizards. That was easy. But we also have the Bigoron sword, which makes a lot more damage than the Master Sword by far. So we have that in our advantage. Oh no! Come on. Boss room key? You got the boss key. Now you can get inside the chamber where the boss lurks. We must keep climbing the castle. Oh, Iron Knuckles. Iron Knuckle, watch out for its axe attack. It hurts a lot. Strike when it drops its guard. Yes, it hurts a lot. There we go. That was easy. Keep climbing. Just keep climbing. Just keep climbing. Just keep climbing, climbing, climbing. We have made it. This is the boss room. Mostly arrows, yeah, that's what we're going to need. Oh, right, you need to keep climbing until you get to the top. Let's go! I love how he plays the organ. Like, I'm sure Gerudos have a lot of organs in the desert. Creepy music time. Wisdom and power. I suppose you're trying to tell me that I'm being healed to full health?
The Triforce parts are resonating. They are combining into one again. The two Triforce parts that I could not capture on that day 7 years ago. I didn't expect they would be hidden within you two. And now, finally, all the Triforce parts have gathered here. These toys are too much for you. I command you to return them to me.
Yharlan, I can't help you. Because of the waves of darkness, I can't get close. I'm sorry, Yharlan. Great King of Evil, Ganondorf. Thank you. So, you cannot help me aim, Navi? Tennis! Come on!
Give it to me.
Nope. Why am I not hearing any sound effects? Because the game is going to crash, and it did. That's why I wasn't hearing any sound effect. Okay, game. Nice. Thanks, game. I hope you don't crash now. Unexpected turns of events. Ganondorf was like, okay, you think you're winning? How about this? And crashed the game. That's what Ganondorf did. That's his most hard attack. Not during the boss fight. No, Ganondorf did it. I'm sure. I'm sure of it. I have zero doubt that Ganondorf was tilted and said, yeah, no, I'm not dealing with this. And pulled the plug. He pulled the plug on the internet.
You will not defeat me as Smash, Link.
Ganondorf rage quitted. That's what happened. Come on, Ganon. Shame that we cannot skip the cutscene, but we can fast forward the text. Oh no. It's oh god. I cannot skip it. I have to. The two trifle spots that I could not capture that day 7 years ago. I didn't expect they would be hidden within you two. And now, finally, all the trifle pots have gathered here. These toys are too much for you. I command you to return them to me. Yharlan, I can't help you because of the waves of the darkness. I can't get close. I'm sorry, Yharlan. Huh. No fucking drift. Sorry for that. But it's because of the drift why Link just decides to randomly go forward. And it's annoying as hell. There we go. So much damage. He didn't even have to drop the things on the floor. The great evil King Ganondorf beaten by this kid? Yharlan! Oh. Huh? Huh? Ganondorf, pitiful man. Without a strong, righteous mind, he could not control the power of the gods. And... Huh? Yharlan, listen to me. This tower will collapse soon. With his last breath, Ganondorf is trying to crush us in the ruins of the tower. We need to hurry and escape. Please follow me. Run, Zelda, run! What? She just did fly over the gap. What the hell? What was that? She flies. Come on, dude. Thank you, Jallan. Now let's hurry. Ah! What are you doing? Zelda, please stop. Keep running. Really? Putting that red dead there is a cheeky move, dude. We made it out of the castle. Oh no! The polygons are falling! Following his own life, my head. So now the temple castle is playing. It's over. It's finally over. Jallan. Jallan, I'm sorry I couldn't help you in the battle before. What is that sound? We're going to need to use the Master Sword for this, I think. Not in the beginning. But I need the mirror shield to defeat Ganondorf. Oh my god! Really, game? What the hell? Why you keep crashing? Really, dude? I don't know. Maybe it's because of the emulator, but I don't know. The game, probably it's going to keep crashing there. So, let's do it one more time. And let's hope it doesn't happen again. I wonder why it wants to crash on you so bad. Yeah, even at the it was just a cutscene and then it crashed. I actually don't know. And now I have to do the Gandalf battle all over again. This hasn't happened in the game since the Dodongo Caverns. Because I had a fight. Okay, so we got a short version of the cutscene now. Okay, Ganon, we know. Do your thing. I don't hear the sound again. That attack makes the game crash. Okay, we got it again. We got it. Again, yes. Come on, Zelda. Yeah. That rock hit me on the cutscene. What the hell? She's going to get trapped. Time to kill Dolphus. Thank you, John. Let's go. Now we just need to wait for the cutscene to play, and let's hope this time it doesn't crash. Maybe it's because of the Bygoron sword? Yep, the game just crashes on that. I have no idea what's going on. Ganondorf just freezes my game. I know it's probably something stupid and has nothing to do with that, and I'm going to try to just play with the Master Sword. I've never seen this bug before. I actually have no idea. Maybe it's because I'm using the ship of Harkinian to, you know, play it on PC. So maybe that's making conflict and not allowing me to continue. But also Este Ersta, welcome to the stream. But actually I have no idea. It's happened to me twice already. In the same spot. Maybe, but I hope the Master Sword will now fix it. Yeah, maybe it's because of, I don't know. Probably it's a stupid idea, but maybe it conflicts with the cutscene or something like that. So I have no idea. I'm going to do it one more time. If it happens the third time, then I will just have to drop it because I have no idea what's causing the problem. Thank you. I've been watching you since you started the playthrough, but I am a big lurker, but I really appreciate the stream and the voice acting you did. My favorite was the owl. Oh, the owl speaking like this. I had fun with Ganondorf and also the guy with the magic beans. Like, cares to buy some magic beans? Yeah, that was really funny to make voices also. The nom. So thank you so much for actually watching the playthroughs. Also the frogs. God damn it, Ganondorf. Now I have to. And I have to get used to the shorter distance. Very much enjoyed it so far, so thank you too. My pleasure indeed. Thank you so much for the lurks too. And also welcome to the chat. I have to get used to the distance of the ball. Yeah, distance with the Master Sword. Because the Bigoron sword is much longer in reach. So let's hope I can do this better. I'm afraid of using the vertical slash because of the drift in the controller. Come on. You can do it, we believe in you. Thank you. But it's more of a... if the game wants me to finish the game, more than it is a question of if it is possible to... Ah, fuck. Yeah, either I do it too late or too soon. My god, the difference in damage is substantial. There we go.
The great evil King Ganondorf beating by this kid? Yarlan!
magic beans. Yeah, we know. You can come down. By this point, it's more of a, yeah, Zelda, you can come down, please. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's keep at it, Zelda. Let's go. Also, probably after making this playthrough, I should probably write in the Ship of Harkinian Discord about the bugs, I mean the crashes I found. Maybe they are perfectly aware of that, but if they can improve this version, then I will tell them that. Because actually it looks great being able to emulate the game on PC. The quality of image, I mean, it's really, really, really great. Because I did try to emulate it on the N64 Project 64 emulator, but the image was so blurry. Then I was like, well, maybe that's it looks a bit bad. It shouldn't look like this, does it? Blurry is the word I am looking for. It looked blurry. But now we can see it in high definition, and that makes really a big difference. So if they can improve this version, besides the Dongo cabins and this moment in particular, it has run smoothly. Really, really smoothly. Nice one. That was a nice fight. Yeah, run away, Zelda. It's perfectly fine. Zelda being like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Bye. Bye. Bye, Link. Yeah, not dealing with that. Okay. Let's see how it goes. I hope changing to the Master Sword fixes it. but I am not sure. I think it probably has to do with Ganondorf's transformation that probably is triggering the crash. I have no idea. Maybe it was a problem on my part, but I don't know. We will find out. Yes, let's see. Is it on an emulator? Yes, but it's not a Nintendo 64 emulator. This is actually being emulated on the PC through a program. I don't know. Why am I doing that? I don't know. Just in case. Okay, Ganon. You tell me. Are we going to play this? Or are we not? It's time to crash the game! Yep. It crashes the game. I don't know why. So yeah. That is something. We cannot complete the game. So, no ending for us, I suppose. Well, I suppose it's to be expected from an emulator that is not finished. So, yeah, the thing that I'm going to do is probably report it to the ship of Harkon. What was it? Harkinian Discord, and maybe if I find a solution, I will try to stream it tomorrow. Maybe we can call it an ending here. We already know how the game ends. We kill Ganon, but I wanted to see the final cutscene where we stab Ganon in the face. That was a really good cutscene. Anyways, so if it's going to keep crashing, so might as well just leave it here. So guys, this was a bit of a mood killer, to say the least. Something about actually completing it that's different than cutting it off early. Yeah. But if it won't let you, not a lot you can do, basically. Yeah. Finishing the game would have hit differently. That's for sure. Still enjoy today a lot. Thank you so much, Erster. I appreciate it. I'm in a good mood because I watch my pal play fun games. Thank you. Thank you a lot, Cheshire. Thank you very much. Maybe I should have tried to emulate it on the Nintendo 64 emulator. Maybe I should do that with Majora's Mask if I ever make a playthrough of that. You're a great streamer and a lovely person. You're gonna make me blush. I'm not good with I'm not good with those things. I never know how to react. I basically am I suppose you guys probably have the same as I do, because I don't know how you guys react, but my instinct is to say, like, thank you, but then blush, and then in my head I like, I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. But yeah, it's just my brain. But I really appreciate it. it makes me happy that you think that way, Cheshire, a lot. So I really appreciate it. So beyond that, if we play Majora's Mask, maybe I should try to emulate it on the proper Nintendo 64 emulator. But I don't know if I'll be giving Majora's Mask a try after just completing Ocarina of Time. Maybe we should change to something else. I will have to meditate it through today. What game should I bring tomorrow? So let's see. At least we got to share this moment together. So for me, even if we didn't manage to beat the game, at least we had a moment together that we enjoyed. Shame for the ending, but you know, we all know how Zelda ends, so we shouldn't cry about it. Absolutely agree. So this is the moment of truth. So guys, time to drop the stream here. Thank you so much for watching. And on YouTube, guys, those that are watching, thank you so much for staying until the end, the current ending. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great afternoon and enjoy your day as much as you can. I don't know if you guys are in, I know that Cheshire actually is morning time, but I don't know, Este, if you are right now morning or nighttime. So same time zone as you. Oh, nice. So I'll be seeing you around, guys. Take good care of yourselves. See you tomorrow.